So just counter question on what we're waiting for a bottom for getting the budget ratified is what you mean? No, I never said that at all. So I'm saying you should ratify it on an annualized basis, should have audit and oversight built into it. It should have intermediate agencies that are responsible for the distribution of funds and management of the funds. And if there's stuff left over, they return it to the Treasury at the end of the year. And you allow that to be done at the institutional level. So the blockchain makes the distribution, and then the individual agencies are responsible for the oversight and distributions. And if they're not doing a good job, you can fire those agencies. And in the next annual budget, you pick different ones for that. But it's the only sensible way of doing that, because there's tons of complex negotiations and discussions that have to be held to do these on a case-by-case, company-by-company, day-by-day basis, out in the open at the DREP level. It will never converge. And any reasonable company, mine own included, will just bow out. There's no point to being involved in a system like that, because every single thing you do is under immediately public scrutiny, even when there's no sense for that. Well, why did you spend this much here? Why did you spend this much here? It's like, well, we said this is what it costs. You said yes to it. Yeah, but I didn't like the fact that, this guy took a business class flight over there. Even though we agreed to this budget, we want to fight over that $1,200 expense for this one thing. Oh, okay. Why am I working? I can just go work for another group where we have a standard contractual relationship where they say, do work X, Y, and Z. We say, great, we do work X, Y, and Z. I say, what quality and when do you want it done by? And as long as we do that, it's contract satisfied. If you take it into a different system where everything is nitpicked, nothing ever gets done, everything gets weaponized, and then you end up bike shedding over the stupidest shit possible. And it's so frustrating and impossible to do anything, and nobody knows even how to work with you. And also, you don't necessarily have the ability to pay your people. You approve a $100 million budget, but ADA loses half its market value. You actually only have $50 million in reserve for that. So do you go back for another budget? Well, the price went down. We don't really think we should do that. Can just everybody work for half price? Is that really where we want to go with it? Think it through. Exactly. Micromanagement toxicity. And this is exactly what happens when you govern by Twitter and you govern by a continuous rolling budget process instead of an annual process. It's a nightmare otherwise.